Once again, thank you for continuation that you are stay with me and then listening to what I'm saying about the jinn today. This information is really important. Sometimes it's very scary. Of course, this is Allah's creations, and we have to believe on them. They are living. They are here. They are there. They are in the first universe, and then right now in the second universe that we are living in this dunya. And also they will be in the Akhirat too, in the third universe. Anyway, so I talk about the information in last two breaks that was the jinn was in the whole in the area of the religion of the Buddhism, and also I mentioned about the Hinduism, or they name it what they do, and also about the Christianity some. And generally in Christianity, they consider there's the harmful spiritual entity and benevolent being. That was the Christianities, and generally they believe on the jinn. So also the Christianity, jinn is as a spirit being have the ability to take possess on the physical body. In the physical body, that's what they are believe, and which is true also, of course. And that jinn has completely control when someone is getting possessed in it, and the person has the body is under the control of that jinn. It means he eating, he talking, he's this as a human being, but the mind, what he looking, what he's wanted to say, what he's doing, that is the jinn. But there is only not kind one of jinn. Like I mentioned to you, many kind of jinn, like a human being. Look at the human being. How many human being we are? How many tribe we are, and how many nationality we are? The same thing. Because why? Because when I mentioned it to you once before, that the time of Eve and Adam, the Eve was buried 2 in the morning in the time of during the daytimes, and 2 of them buried in the nighttime and dark time. So from that point, those when they come out and they say, why we are in the dark time? So they become jealous against the white times of human being. The human being is white time, the insan, and the jinn is the dark. And they are jealous from that point until the end of the day. However, I talk about the Christianity, what they doing, what they believe. In Christianity, in the book of John, in the book of Mark, in the book of Matthew, they explain, depicted of kind of explanation about the jinns. For example, jinn described as evil in the book of the Matthew, entirely. Like this is a verse of the Christianity books. And also the book of the Mark, this is the verse of that says the jinn as the unclear spirit. And also in the book of the Timothy, also they says the jinn is preaching. They are as a preach, and inside the preacher as a false philosopher talking, something like that. However, they are the belief. So and generally in the Christianity, all 4 books, they gave them 4 or 5 names, which I mentioned before break. One of the name of the jinn was the Ligoin. That's Ligoin was like he was bordered Jesus, Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, and even there was help those was trying to kill the Christ, Isa alayhi salam. They are also among them a lot. So there, and then the other one was the they call it in the Christianity there is a Faust. The name of that jinn is they call the Faust, and that is they do all kind of sound sirens. Then they are scaring or those things. And the other one is like the mostly the Faust. In the some book in Christianity they said it is as a Lucifer. They call it Lucifer as a kind of name of shaitanic. But the possibility, because the jinn and shaitan is the same source of the fire, and that's why the book of the Christianity named it the Faust. Faust is the Lucifer. And there was another was there's a the name was Asga. Asgar, Asag, maybe Asak. Asgar or Asak. These they are one of the tribe of the jinn. What they do, and they throwing behind of the people rock or something, some trash, and they make the people scared. So the people walking in the way, and suddenly something see that they're throwing away. Who did it? So and that was being the scary the point. And there is another one was there is Abaddon, like I mentioned also before. This Abaddon is they call it as a destroyer. No, destroyer. What they destroyer, and then like destroy everything. If they are as a complete many jinns get together in the same tribe, and they push the wall, they push the person, and then they throw the trench, or they are destroy a lot of things. They drop from something from the roof, or destruction, mostly anything. And after that there is another. The jinn is, they believe there is they call it the succubus. The succubus jinn is they possess inside the insan, not only enter inside, but is the side of insan. They come in the side of insan. But during the time, during the bedtime, during the night. This is very, very dangerous, even though everyone is saying, probably you play with the Satan and in a sexuality way. Yeah, that's the succubus. Is that's make the person during the night happy during the night, and but there is nothing inside, and then nothing to be feeling, but the person which is do that kind of actions, this in the morning see some action, and about the sign of the sexuality in their body and their things. But this as a real jinn was involved. That was the jinn name was succubus. And this is for only for men. They bring a good lady inside, in the side of whatever the person during the day like some lady on the or put in their mind, and during the night that jinn come to her to make it tomorrow again more aggressive for that lady. Even that lady is not allowed to him. So, and then he is starting, I insist that I would like to marry with her or something, But however, and the same thing, it is another one is the incubus. The incubus for the lady. Incubus for the lady. They come out during the night in the face of the man, a nice gentleman, and then there's happen. These are all they named it in the Christianity. This name is like this. Jinn is the one of the most really negativity. Always they bring the something that is makes a person drag off from the right path. The mostly their aim is to do not be in the right path. That's all about this. This jinn is like that. These are on the Christianity, and I mentioned in the Jewish, and I mentioned to the all other Hinduism, even Buddhism. And generally, in the whole 3 or 4 religions, there is a common names. There is 5 common name. Their name of the which mention it, and even in Islam, mention it the same name in Jewish, and the same name is another like Hinduism, also Buddhism too. For example, one of them is the merit. This jinn is one tribe of the jinn is so much funny, and so much smart, and so much powerful at the same time. They change everything suddenly. And this tribe has kind of information, or kind of radio announcer, that suddenly they bring some kind of noise, or sirens style. So you think that who is there, where is there, which way is there? But you see, you hear that is some noises. That is the married job. And this tribe also mostly they living in the side of the sea. The side of sea. The sea is and then they know what boat is coming on the sea, and they go bother them. And what they do, they splashing the water. And if there are a lot of tribes, or lots of jinn get together, and they push the water against the boat and make sink the boat. The mostly boating, there was if you heard it, that it was sinking. That's all the job of the merit. There's so much they are happy to play, and swimming always is there. And someone was sinking in the water, they cannot get up. So that's all mostly for the beginner. They trying to be against the human being to do it. That this is their job. And another is the ifrit or ifrit. So these are also mentioned in the another religion, and also in mostly in Islam also. But these ifrit are like I think I mentioned it already, that ifrit was the time of the Sulaiman alayhi salatu wasalam also, and also the time of the Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. And many times the ifrit was showed up, but in different face, different character. This ifrit has when they shows even get in the stage of man, in stage of woman, in stage of something animal, stage of all kind of things to scare the person. So these also change a lot of things inside the house or in front of you. Suddenly you don't know that is the couch or the chair is changing, and some happen that you feel it, because these are only their job is that they call it as the ifrit. So by the way, this is also again my 15 minutes also is over. That inshallah I'll come back, I talk some more about the jinns. There is a lot of information. Inshallah, just stay with me, you'll be happy, and I'll be back.